Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me today on the Where's Shmee US Edition Tour, back with my friend Mike, Shin Mike Yin, who very recently purchased the Pagani Zonda R, which we heard in the garage. Well, today we're at a track. Things are going to get a little bit crazier when this is allowed to scream under load. We're going to be heading out onto track in a Pagani Zonda R. Step one, now that we've actually got race suits on for the purpose, is to join Mike on board. You excited?
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
We're going to be going from here just over to the pit lane, which means first, let's see on board the Zonda R with you. Get the doors closed up.
This is hot.
This is going to be really hot. You know it's supposed to be kind of 30 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Fahrenheit today or something. There's no AC really.
No. Well, it's got air, but it's gonna blow
air.
hot air.
Yeah, which is not gonna help anybody. So we're basically going to be pushed along a little bit for the moment, and then this is crazy. It feels very, very small inside here. Obviously the built-in cage. We will of course be wearing helmets in a moment. How low is the front splitter going to be? That's the question. Really low.
I'm good.
Yeah, we've done it.
Nice.
Perfect. Well, we've got 2 manpower so far.
I'm gonna start engine.
So everybody has to stand back.
Yep.
Things are about to get
Everyone's
noisy.
good?
This is the check to make sure nobody's right behind. Yes.
Wow. I don't know if you can actually hear me at all now.
A little bit, a little bit.
A little bit?
Well, this is just frankly absurd. Wow. That got really loud. That got very loud.
3,000 RPM.
3,000 RPM.
We got 9.
You don't have to stop.
No?
Not in this. When the lineup has a lap Ferrari inverter and a 918, and you're in a Zonda R. Wow, this is so hot. It's neutral.
Yeah. I don't want my little man. The water is still pretty cold.
Yeah. I'm going to take a chill and get out into some cold air because it is very, very hot inside that thing. I didn't close the door properly. Pagani Zonda R in the pit lane, just the most epic of epic. The guys are pushing the car forward. 750 horsepower, 6-litre naturally aspirated V12, full in-canal exhaust system, lightweight bodywork, ultimate track machine, totally stripped out, and now much quieter. As we saw the car at Mike's home in the garage with some of his other Paganis. This is a serious piece of kit. These snorkels, by the way, are actually for the cooling of the brakes towards the rear. The piping goes in through the wheels. We'll see around the front, completely set for purpose. Super low splitter, massive wing. This is already extreme. It is about to be go time, and Mike has just casually announced that after I do some laps riding with him, I'm going to be able to drive the Zonda R, which my brain can't quite process because standing here with that idling noise in the background of the V12 as they get the practice ready, strap everyone in, this is going to be totally insane. Yeah, Zonda R. Off it goes. Zonda coming around. Listen to those downshifts. A couple of very early warm-up laps. The first time that Mike has driven this car ever here out on track, and I do not blame him for just taking it easy, warming into it. But I guess in a moment he's going to come on by, and this is probably about to sound more than epic. What a noise! What an incredible noise! That car blissful symphony. In it comes. Wow. Away we go! And it is probably far too loud in here, but my goodness, it's Zonda R time. When you're following a American Super Trofeo in a Pagani Zonda R. Take it easy and go back in. Wow! When we're cooling down and the Vulcan goes flying by, my goodness, that was epic. The sound, the feeling, this is incredible. Wow. Dude, thank you.
No worries.
This is the most extraordinary thing. That sound, that feeling, that rawness. Zonda R.
I know. Nothing else like that.
Wow. There's nothing else like that. That was simply put epic. I know I use the word a lot, but going around a private track in the Zonda R, what an experience. However, it is slightly bittersweet for me. Well, I did get to ride on board the Zonda R with Mike. Unfortunately, with a little bit of a lock-up to the front brakes, the tyres are now toast, so I'm not going to be able to take the wheel myself. Bittersweet, as I said. I'm both incredibly excited and loaded with adrenaline from the run out in the car, but obviously slightly saddened, this time at least, not to be able to get behind the wheel. Maybe that one will have to wait for the future, but let me come and show you exactly what I'm talking about. As we come round the back of this complete menace of a machine to here, we could see on the front tyres the way the tread has basically flat spotted. Here, you've watched it many times in motorsport on TV, I'm sure. A lock-up at the front held for a little bit too long, and unfortunately it's toasted the tyres down through the usable layers of tread on the top, which means basically you now run the risk of continuing to drive and then effectively having a complete blowout, which would obliterate obliterate the surrounding bodywork and you'd have a destroyed carbon fiber front clam on a Zonda R, which is not exactly what anybody wants to see. All of the spare tyres at home, weren't intending to run it for too many laps today, so no spare tyres here. So this is gone. This is done for today, unfortunately, owing to tyres, but that's what the world of this is like, hey, that's what it's about. That's something you just have to accept and live with when it comes to a day out with a car like this. Nonetheless though, as you could probably tell from some of the sense while being in the car, some of the, I guess, emotion that comes with it, that V12 and the capabilities that it has and those pops of fire that you have out of the back, out of this exhaust system, are just mental, to be completely honest. You can hear it, you can feel it, you get these explosions behind you, you get the most incredible sounds, and then you get the scream of the V12 when the foot is down. Inside, it is quite a small cabin. You've got the cage right up top, very conscious of that when sitting inside here. Of course, harnessed up inside the buckets, but proper race car with all of the equipment on the dash, on the center of the steering wheel, as we said, the rev counter literally sitting right in the middle, and then all of your race style dials. I was surprised actually that the air conditioning did blow reasonably cool, all things considering, while we were driving out. Obviously with the sequential gearbox, you get those monstrous bangs as well when it goes between the shifts out here. All the exposed carbon, carbotanium tarp, all the carbon fiber for the whole bodywork, as we've seen when we took a good look around this car initially in Mike's garage. But nonetheless, as I said, to have seen this in action, to have seen a Zonda R driving on a track is just, well, it's a bit of a blessing. It sounds amazing, and I remember, well, from the day they launched, these have just been right up there with some of the coolest things in the world. So again, a congratulations to Mike for acquiring such a car, and again, a congratulations for being brave enough to drive it, to be honest. I think most of these sit in garages, don't spend a lot of time out on the tracks, and have had the opportunity to see that moving is something that I will remember, and especially to have ridden in the passenger seat, to have gone shotgun in the Pagani Zonda R. The car is about to be loaded up, but before we do, if it starts, maybe there might be some power issues. I'm going to drive it just down the road and back again. That's the small little aim right now. So let me step on board and see if we can start this in the driver's seat. Tow truck right in front at the moment. So we're going to give this a go. First up, battery switch. There's a little bit of a process to this. Next up, power. And then it's going to be, there we go. Can hear some signs of life, that's good. Then we're going to flick the ignition. Display comes on, that is also good. Then we're going to start it. Well, it started. That's all we needed. I'm in the driver's seat of the Zonda R, and I guess I'm going to give this a go. Although I'm going to need, see if we can get into gear here. I think. There we go. Back into neutral. Into gear. We're in gear, okay. There we go then. I'm at the wheel of a Zonda R. I mean, it might just be first gear. Into second gear. Wow. Wow, that's first gear. Let's see if we've got enough block to get around. We do. Okay. Well, thank you to Mike. I can now say that I've driven a Pagani Zonda R, and that downshift first. We'll pop it into neutral. Button down there. Wow. I'm going to leave it running. I'm going to hop out. Oi, over to you. Thank you, Mike. That was epic.
Enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, even if it's just down the road and back in the Zonda R. Okay, that made the day. That made the day. Even if it's just taking it easy. Look at that thing. So cool, so cool. So that is it for this time. Thank you very much for watching, as always, guys. I'll be sure to see you again very soon. Cheers.